in the factory they have to make a test. Any cylinder coming out of the factory should be tested for 250 bar, which is the test pressure. Huh? CO2. Yeah.
Test pressure is 250 bar.
250 bar. Burst pressure is example. Test pressure is 250 bar. Work pressure is 180 bar. 189. Okay? Clear? Now, we didn't talk about one more type of fire extinguisher, which is called halon.
Operating pressure 70 bar. 70.
70 bar?
Operating pressure 70.
Sorry. CO2 operating pressure is 70 bar. Huh? Not 180 bar. 180 bar it's getting inside. No, liquid form 180. CO2 liquid 180. That gaseous state we have to make. Anyway, CO2 70 bar water pressure. 70 bar working pressure. Now we have another extinguisher which is similar to dry powder, water or foam, okay, which is called halon. Halon. This halon now it's banned in the universe. This is good for electrical and electronic fire. This is a very expensive media of extinguishing media agent. But the problem with this one, we have sun here. Okay? Our earth is here, people are here. Okay, I'll get okay. Steady പോലെ തോന്നുന്നുണ്ടാ? അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ എർത്തിന്റെ മുകളിൽ ഇവിടെ നിൽക്കുകയാണ്. അതെ, ചെടിയായാലും എഫക്ട് വരും. അപ്പൊ ആൾക്കാർ ഭൂമിയുടെ മുകളിൽ നിൽക്കണം, ഇവിടെ സൂര്യൻ അങ്ങനെ കത്തി നിൽക്കണം. ഓക്കെ, ഈ സൂര്യന്റെ കത്തി നിൽക്കുന്ന രശ്മികളൊക്കെ നമ്മുടെ തലയിൽ കൊണ്ടുവന്നാൽ നമ്മുടെ തല പൊട്ടിത്തെറിക്കും, ഇല്ലേ? So we have to protect us from sun, but to make it useful also, God has created lot of layers in the atmosphere. Yeah, not only ozone, lot of layers. One of the layers is ozone layer. We have nitrogen, we have CO2, we have many other. There are lot of layers above the earth, between earth and sun. We have lot of layers here. Now what happens? We need ozone layer. This ozone layer, ഇവിടെ ഇല്ലായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ ഈ ഡയറക്ടറൈസ് കുറച്ചുകൂടി വന്ന് നമ്മുടെ തലമുടി ചെയ്യാൻ നമ്മൾ മുടി കുഴിഞ്ഞു വേണം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പെട്ടെന്ന് പോകാൻ എന്തെങ്കിലും അവിടെ. ഈ ഓസോൺ ലെയർ is controlling, is giving a too much of protection to the earth. Now what happens? Once the halon fire extinguishers are used, halon comes out and goes up and it affects the ozone layer. What happens? Halon the working principle to cut off oxygen. That's എങ്ങനെയാണ്? O2 എന്നുള്ള ഓക്സിജനെ ഇതിന്റെ ഏജന്റ് പോയിട്ട് തിന്ന് സീറോ ആക്കും. മനസ്സിലായോ? കോമൺ മാൻ്റെ രീതിയിൽ പറയാം, സയന്റിഫിക് ആയിട്ട് പറയില്ല. ഈ ഓക്സിജൻ തിന്നുകയാണത് ഈ ഹാരോ. ഈ ഓക്സിജൻ തിന്ന് ആ ഭാഗത്തുള്ള ഓക്സിജൻ പെട്ടെന്ന് തിന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവിടെ ഫയർ ഓഫ് ആവും, ബിക്കോസ് ദർ ഇസ് നോ ഓക്സിജൻ. സിമിലർലി ഇതിലെ എല്ലാ ഹാരോണും ഈ ഓക്സിജൻ തിന്നാൻ പോകുന്നില്ല, കുറച്ച് അന്തരീക്ഷത്തിലേക്ക് അറ്റ്മോസ്ഫിയറിലേക്ക് വരും. ഈ അറ്റ്മോസ്ഫിയറിലേക്ക് വരുന്ന ഓക്സിജൻ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെല്ലുന്നത് ഈ ഓസോൺ ലെയറിലേക്കാണ്, അവിടെയുള്ള ഓക്സിജനെ തിന്നും. So what happens? There will be holes in the ozone layer. ഇതിങ്ങനെ പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഓസോൺ ലെയർ ഡിപ്ലീഷൻ എന്നൊരു സംഭവം വരും. ഓസോൺ ലെയർ ഡിപ്ലീഷൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ലെയർ ഭൂമിയുടെ മുകളിൽ പോകും. Then what happens? We will have truly harmful effects from the heat wave and sun and like that. So this halon has been abandoned, or you can say it has been rejected and it has been obsolete, and we are not using it anymore, which has been replaced by halotron. Okay, so halon with some chemical changes we got into halotron, and later on developments it came FM 200 more സാധനം വന്നു, പിന്നെ HFC energy is not the conversion of this one, HFC 1302 1211 ആണ് halon.
1301
1201 1211 halon. 1302 HFC 1302 HFC 227 EA.
That is using for FM 200.
Yeah, this is FM 200. Yeah, actually this is the chemical component of FM 200. Correct. There is halon. Halon ne kore changes varthittu halotron undaki. It is also what the problem is, it's expensive. These things are very expensive. To convert it and the gas comes very expensive. So they decided, I mean, still being used, I don't say it cannot be used, it's used and it is allowed to use. But halon is not allowed to use. So why this question are very easily asked by civil defense or anybody, why halons are not used these days. So ozone layer is this one. And the principle is that this halon will eat oxygen to kill the fire. Okay? Okay. Now, so we talked about ozone layer, halon, haloton, FM200, petrochemical, UNFM, LPCB. അല്ലേ ഇത്രയും കാര്യങ്ങളെ പറ്റി നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞു. ഇതിൽ നമ്മൾ ഫയറിലെ ഞാൻ ആദ്യം പറയാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച കാര്യം ഞാൻ മറന്നുപോയി. See, fire basically is two parts. One is fire detection.
Fire protection.
Sorry?
Fire protection and fire suppression.
Fighting.
Protection.
Fighting.
Yeah.
No, you don't say protection because protection is
all
system.
together.
When we are talking about fire, it is divided into detection and fighting. Detection methods are many detection methods. Fighting methods are also many. Okay, one of the fighting method is fire extinguisher, which is abbreviated as FE for easy understanding. One of the media of fighting the fire is the fire extinguisher. We will talk about the rest of the firefighting system after Ajay takes a box here for firefighting. Okay. Now, when we are talking about detection, what is the first way of finding a detection? Fire. Eyes, nose, smoke, smell. Okay. This is a human thing. That's the first way of finding a fire. Then we have fire alarm system. Okay. Then we have VSSD, that is VESDA systems, which is what is the full form for that area? Is the right name. Other air sampling. HSSC VSSD I'll get back to that whiteboard later. Okay. See, unlimited number of ways to find out fire. People every day they are finding new ways to find out fire without unmanned areas, manned areas. Every day this is being done. So I think I started from fire. I have covered this part now. We have a lot of other things to do. And as a part of security, we have to cover EM and EX lines. Correct? That's a part of safety and security, which we are covering now. So, detection, I'll come back to you after a small break. Time to break? Okay. I'll come back to you with fire alarm break after a break. Okay? Through 10 minutes break, not more than that. Missing people here? What about the other two? Come. Coming back to the extinguisher point, especially people who are working on the fire extinguishers, they have to understand the safety of it because we already had an accident, we lost a life. So you have to, when you pressurize the cylinder, I forgot to tell you that point before, we have a mother cylinder, okay, correct? Where we have nitrogen, okay? This is our small cylinder fire extinguisher which we are going to fill. So on this transfer process of nitrogen from the mother cylinder to the fire extinguisher, we have a control valve here. Okay, it is connected to this one. Okay, and it goes through the valve only. Now you have to make sure that there are 2 meters here. Okay, what are the duties of each meter? Okay, this meter basically give you the pressure inside the cylinder, this cylinder, mother cylinder, pressure inside the mother cylinder, okay, that will be maybe 2500. Reading it 2500. 2500 pressure. Now you are supposed to have only 15 bar here, correct?
Yeah.
If it goes more than 30 bar, what will happen? Yeah, no. Burst will happen at 40 or 45 bar. This is the test pressure, no? This is the work pressure. This is the burst pressure. Okay? Now, the rule is that it should not break burst at 30. So, all the cylinders are tested for 30. That is for sure. Above it goes, any time it can break. There is no rule that, it should not break at 32. It can break at 32 also. Yeah. But normally generally when you test it, you get up to 40 bar or 38 bar. It goes at 38 to 48 bar. But you should not take a risk going above 15 bar. Nobody should take a risk to make this cylinder pressurize more than 15 bar. For that you have this meter. Okay? This you set at 15. This you set at 15 bar. Here it is 2500 bar. So this 15 bar is already controlled here. In case, if the meter here doesn't work, what happens? You don't know what is the pressure going inside. So you have to make sure that you set, before you touch the fire extinguisher for pressurizing, you have to make sure that you have enough nitrogen in this one. Up to, theoretically speaking, up to 20 bar here or 15 bar here, this should work, correct? Because if it is 15 bar here, 15 bar, then there is no transfer. Both side pressure is the same, 15-15. So theoretically, above 15 bar, it should transfer, but doesn't happen in practically. So say maybe up to 100 bar it works just. Maybe, I don't know. See, as long as this is not getting filled, you change the cylinder. Okay? About meter you have to set it 15, not more than that. This can show the reading anytime. You keep filling the cylinders, this goes down, this goes down. Okay, then there is a knob here which you keep on rotating so that you get enough pressure to make it 15. Or this is only 20 bar. It should be kept at 20 bar. Yeah, sorry. So in order to reach 15 bar here, we normally set it 20 bar. But make sure it doesn't go more than 20 bar. If you go more than 20 bar by mistake, anything goes wrong, this will burst and your health is in danger. Okay? So this is a main thing that civil defense will ask you on site. What are the settings that you make here, and what are these meters for, and what does this meter show? What does this meter show? So you have to tell them it's a bar. It's a 2500 bar is a full cylinder, and we can keep it at 20 bar so that we get at least 15 bar here to fill it. Okay? Correct? Yeah. Now I don't know how you understood the word of pressure. See, pressure is always based on something. This is a column, okay? Now I am taking this as 1 inch square. This area is 1 inch square. Correct? I am assume ഇതിന്റെ മുകളിൽ എത്ര പ്രഷർ വരുന്നു? രണ്ട് വേരിയബിൾസ് കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണ് പ്രഷർ വരുന്നത്. ഫോഴ്സ് ആൻഡ് ഏരിയ. ഓക്കെ? I forgot to tell you that one before. ഫോഴ്സും ഏരിയയും വരുമ്പോഴാണ് പ്രഷർ വരുന്നത്. So what I mean, on this area, 1 inch square, okay, that is the area. How much force is coming in? Adinte unit aanu bar. Idu allengi kg per centimeter square no meter square no paraya. What is the pressure you put for the tire drivers, vehicle owners? Yeah, 33, 32 to 45, 50 depending on the tire manufacturer recommendations. Okay, so I just wanted you to know what is 32 bar. So that much of pressure, you can understand how much is 32 bar. It is very heavy. That pressure, you should understand what is that, when you say 32 bar, what is the pressure. Pressure bar, it's on kg, it's on inch. Inch. Yeah, it's a British system. Bar British system. ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ 2.2 kg per centimeter square ആണ് ടയറിന് പ്രഷർ അടിക്കുക 2.25 or something അല്ലേ 2.25 kg per centimeter square. So you imagine this is 1 centimeter square, you are getting a force of 2.25 kg on that 1 square centimeter. That is the pressure. And when you are talking about bar, it is inch square. Clear? So that is what is called as force. You have to understand, this is very huge. When we are talking about 15, 20 and all, this is very, very huge pressure. It can burst a metal. I mean, a 30 bar above, it can burst the cylinder. So 30 bar is not a small chiller's play. You have to be very careful while handling the extinguishers. Especially, you have to make sure of these settings, the extinguisher release valve setting, I mean the safety valve setting. Many times what happens, the meter is stuck. It stays at 10 because the meter is damaged. Nobody knows the meter is damaged. You have to remove the meter and check it. Nobody does that. Everybody thinks it is in 15 or it's okay 15, but maybe it's not that. That is why Unix company has got as mechanism inside. You know, there is a turning glass. If you turn it, you know, it will allow this needle to go to this point. Okay, you turn this glass here, it comes here. Then when you release it, the needle goes there. So it makes you understand that needle is working. Not all the fire extinguishers have got that. It doesn't have. It stays in 15, that's it. But in Unix fire extinguishers, you have a glass. I mean, there is a mechanism outside where you turn it. It will move this. It will move inside and make sure that this needle is brought down to 0. If you want to turn it to 0, then once you keep it back, according to the pressure, it will come and stay. So it will come and stay at 15 bar or 14 bar, or if it stays 5 bar, it means it is low pressure. But still, you know that meter is working. Okay, otherwise you have to open the meter and see whether it is working. Because if you open the meter, it should come to 0 because there is no pressure. So in that way, what happens? You lose the nitrogen that is filled inside. It can escape. But many of the extinguishers, as per the BS standard or NFPA, even if you remove the meter, there is a valve inside. Okay, so it will block the nitrogen. The nitrogen will not come out. So it's a sensor there. Like you know, when there is pressure, it will be pressure. I mean, poked out. And if you put the meter inside, the meter senses that pressure. So it's not a direct contact with nitrogen. It is through that valve. So you can easily remove this meter if that valve is there or not. I mean, if there is valve. If there is no valve, all the nitrogen will come out of it. And I wanted to tell you one more thing. CO2. CO2 burn is a cold burn. That's called as heat burn. Okay? Whereas there is something called cold burn, which is much higher than a hot burn. Okay? So, ഇവിടെ പലർക്കും ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുള്ള അബദ്ധമാണ് തമാശയ്ക്ക് ക്യാമ്പിലെ എക്സ്റ്റിങ്വിഷർ എടുത്തിട്ട് മുഖത്തേക്ക് അടിക്കും CO2. ഈ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് തൊലിയിൽ ഉരുകി പോകും. So that അതിന് വരുന്ന CO2 വരുന്ന cold pressure, because it is too cold inside, when it comes out, it releases some cold, but still it is very cold. It's very cold. A refrigerants എല്ലാം cold burns ഉണ്ടാക്കും, and it is heavy burn. You know, you have seen if you go to Google and type, you know everything. What I'm saying here, you go to Google or YouTube, you can get enough details. You can see only the bone due to cold burn. Heat burn, you will not lose the flesh. It will be torn and things like that. But the other one, it will wither off, melt off. So you should not be playing with a. Don't play. This is not a toy. But again, you have to take care of CO2 fire extinguisher. And tripod also, if you put it on a face, that guy is going to die, suffocation, because all the particles are so tiny, it goes to your lungs and gets stopped. So don't ever touch the extinguisher unless it is required. And if you are trying to put out the empty powder or something, you make sure that there is nobody nearby and directly open to sky. Okay? So that's regarding the fire extinguisher. I am just coming back to our old subject now. We'll continue from there. Now we are talking about fire detection. Firefighting we will talk later. Fire detection now we are going to take. Okay? As I said, fire detection is, I'm trying to deal with fire alarm. Fire alarm system. Okay. How many of you know what is AC and what is DC? Farah. Tell me.
Say alternating current.
ഇരുന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. Direct current. Okay. AC is alternating current. DC is direct current. What is the home connection AC voltage? 240. And why you say 50 to 60?
That's frequency.
That's the frequency. Exit. And what is meant by frequency?
Variation voltage.
Voltage variation. What is frequency? When you say 50 to 60 hertz at 240 volt, what is frequency?
Frequency is cycling.
Cycling. See, in AC voltage, there is no plus or minus. There is no plus or minus in AC. Do you have plus or minus in AC? No polarity. The current changes from this to this and this to this and this to this, keeps on fluctuating between these. Correct? That is what is called as hertz. Okay? I'm right or wrong? Engineer?
Right.
Correct? Yeah. So, this is hertz, 240 volt current. Now, you know, when current is passing, there is something called voltage drop, VD. It depends on the formula, what I discussed before, V is equal to IR. Okay? Voltage is equal to IR and the VD is derived from this formula. What is the voltage drop? Is derived from V is equal to IR formula. Voltage drop is normally set in millivolt per ampere per meter. Important point, fire alarm.